monumental history conference that's been held here in Nigeria.
LeadNurse Africa.
Let those out there know that you are here in Lagos, Nigeria at the first Transformational Leadership Conference organized by LeadNurse Africa.
You have the duty of looking for your members.
Right, so we're just presenting this check for 750,000 naira to LeadNurse Africa Foundation as a way of supporting the cause. We've been supporting them for a few years now, and we're really proud of what you've been able to deliver this week, because you had participants from about 7 different countries, both Africa and outside the nation, and the quality of presentation has been really fantastic. So we hope this is the beginning of better things, and we will continue to look at ways of supporting you. As I said, we'll continue to raise funds in the UK, because what is your interest is our interest. Okay, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We want to thank all the organizers of this program, and I pray that all the lectures they have given us, to transform us, is going to help to transform us. Not only transforming us in our profession, even transforming us in our homes.
LeadNurse Africa.
In history, this is the first time we have a conference where we have almost 6 countries come together. The first kind of a conference where we have registrars of nursing council from other countries in Africa.
It's encouraging to see the enthusiasm, among delegates from Zimbabwe, Swaziland, Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, and people that visited us from the United States,
as well as Nigerians and the other countries to mention.
From UK and Australia.
The amazing thing about the conference is that we had an overflow. We had actually thought of having about 400 nurses.
Out of 400, 350 thought that they are transformational leaders. And at the end of the day, 350 turned out to realize that they are not transformational leaders. You see, that means that if in 400, 350 never knew they are not transformational leaders.
But then at the end of the day, I think it was even that Monday, we had about close to 500 nurses.
The take home is that, nurses in Nigeria and Africa, they are ready for transformation. They are ready to embrace new change.
This is why this conference is very specific, very strategic.
We have assured the nurses that the monitoring and evaluation strategy is going to be used. You don't just come and attend the conference and go back to status quo. We want to know how you are implementing the things you have learned at your various locations and organizations.
Especially our governor, who has seen it as a mandate for him to ensure that we have a Lagos that works for everyone.
And very, very, very important to the world of nursing.
The workshops were intense, and we had nurses sitting down together for the first time of my attending conferences or even organizing.
At first, we're able to assess the basic at which nurses perceive leadership. And we're not talking of Nigeria here, this is Africa.
We had nurses sit together to deliberate, to think, to bring about solutions, to identify gaps, and then reason out the steps that can be taken in covering those gaps, not just in their practice as individual healthcare professionals, but back at their facilities.
We are proud of what we accomplished with this conference.
And we have the privilege of having the VC of the University of Rwanda. He came in all the way from Rwanda. That's Professor Phil Cotton. He talked about nurses needing to have one mindset, and which is that of humanity. That is what we need as a profession.
Zimbabwe was in last year's conference, Rwanda were there. So now we have more countries in this conference, and LeadNurse Africa had also succeeded in bringing leaders also in Nigeria that are supposed to be working together in the agenda of adopting transformational leadership as we move forward in planning for the achievement of sustainable development goals.
What LeadNurse Africa is doing is to ensure that nobody quenches the fire. You can see what they were able to achieve within tight space.
And we are going to continue monitoring and evaluating the post-conference activity to ensure that African nurses continue to work towards the achievement of sustainable development goals.
These are the first 40 people that, and each of you will be the team leader for your group. Alright? Can we clap for them? Please sit down.
We had the privilege of having Professor Rinoye, Professor Adejumo, even our advisory board chairman, Mr. Richmond Dyer Johnson. We had so many people, Mr. Babalola and Mrs. Babalola Larry. We had so many resource persons, and with all this backup, we'll be able to move nursing profession and nurses from where they are to where they are supposed to be, so that we can be better equipped to meet the ever-changing needs of the populace.
I am so happy to be here today to have witnessed this 5 days of creating and making history.
It will be one of my regrets for life if I have not been here and I have been told about it.
LeadNurse Africa has done very well by bringing different African countries and people from UK and US together to deliberate in the last 5 days on transformation leadership.
For the past 5 days has been an interesting one, and it's the first of its kind anyway, which is very interesting.
I've been looking forward to see this type of thing,
especially on the presentations.
We've learned so much about leadership and how to transform leaders in the nursing profession.
It's time for change, and we need to answer to this clarion call for change.
And the experience LeadNurse Africa Conference has given me is a mind-blowing one.
And I want the LeadNurse to also collaborate with me to move this forward for Africa. The conference, the package was wonderful. The environment and even the way they felt people, I think they have to be congratulated. They have done a lot, and because of it, I was even very, very happy with them.
They've really tried. This is my first time of attending conference that's like this.
And I think that this should constantly happen, you know, especially in the nursing profession in Nigeria and Africa as a whole.
That also made me to know that being a nurse does not limit me to just the patient care. And I'm very proud of being a nurse and being connected with LeadNurse Africa.
LeadNurse is said to lead Africa.
Stop complaining. And if you are going to stop complaining and you are going to take action.
Lagos State, Nigeria!
We want to see the change happen. LeadNurse Africa.